Extract 1.
How do you get around the city? How do you get around Boston?
I get around mainly by bicycle.
Interesting. And so why do you decide to not take the train or not drive? Like, what's that about?
Well, my bicycle is faster than taking the train, or actually faster than driving because there's a lot of traffic. And as far as taking the train, it doesn't always go exactly where I need to go. So riding a bicycle is more efficient.
Cool. And so I bet you save a lot of money.
I do, yeah, I do.
Awesome.
I do, absolutely. So I don't have to worry about tickets or parking, which can be a headache in the city.
Yeah, but what do you do in the winter? Today, for example, it's so cold out. I was
It's
dying just
really
walking
cold.
here.
Yeah. Well, when it's not too cold, I still ride my bicycle. If it's really cold or the weather is bad, I will take a taxi or maybe take the bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Extract 2.
What about you? How do you get around?
I am always on the subway.
Okay.
Yeah, I buy the subway tickets because, I don't know, I just like it. I like walking from the station to my home, and I just like that I have a chance to kind of think through things.
Yeah.
I've been sort of lazy to buy a bike. Like, I've always wanted to have a bike, but I don't know. Sometimes I get lazy.
Extract 3.
In the U.S., we haven't been a very bike-friendly
Yeah,
culture, I guess.
no, we're
So,
not.
but we're becoming more so because it's just more, I guess, environmentally friendly and fun.
Yeah.
It's something that brings more tourism too. I think, like when
Definitely.
people visit here from other cities, other countries, and you want to get around the city in a fun way, it's nice to rent a bicycle.
It's a good way to do that. So if you're looking...
Extract 4.
Awesome. Sounds like a good way to get around.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? It's good exercise too. It makes you feel healthy. So
For sure.
yeah, just be sure to wear your helmet. There's traffic out there, so
Maybe
be
knee
careful.
pads or elbow pads.
Yeah, whatever you need to get around. Yeah, I think that like in European cities, a lot of people grow up riding bikes, and when they're in their early 20s still, like they do ride bicycles pretty often, and so most drivers are aware of what it means to ride a bicycle. I read a story about this recently in the news, but it's different in the U.S. because a lot of people start driving young. I started driving at 15. I got my permit to drive.
Yeah.
So, I know what it's like to ride a bicycle too, but sometimes there's divergence between drivers and bikers in terms of sharing the road, and so you just have to be considerate of one another.